Okay, for hand position, a good hand position is going to put you in a position where you can punch with either hand strongly and quickly. Also, it's going to put you in a good defensive stance where you can block either hand of your opponent quickly and effectively. So as a guideline for where you should put your hands, you want to use your hips. You've got your bone on either side of your hip here, your anterior superior iliac crest. You want to use that as your guideline. So what you do, use your elbow and your fist and try to draw a straight line from the hip all the way up on either side. Now that's going to be difficult for some people, depends on your body type. But do the best you can to bring the fist and the elbow in line right off the hip. The reason you want to do this is because as you start throwing punches and punching combinations, your body is rotating. And as you rotate, the closer you can bring everything to that center of rotation or that center line of your body, the easier it'll be to rotate, the faster you rotate, which ends up being a harder, faster punch, which takes less effort to throw. As your arms start to extend further away from the center line of your body, your punches become slower, they become weaker, and it takes more effort to bring them all the way around. Furthermore, with your hands out, you're wide open, so your opponent can hit you at any moment during your punch. But if you keep your hands in close to you, you stay well protected while you're throwing the punch, and there's only a split second where you're actually vulnerable to be countered. So with my hips, I'm going to bring my elbows in line as best I can, my hands also in line as best I can. My hands themselves, my right side is going to be about a couple inches below my right eye and pushed out about 3 or 4 inches past my cheek. My left hand is going to be also in line with my hip. And it's going to be probably 3 to 4 inches in front of my right hand. We'll sit in a stance about like this. Now some boxing trainers are going to tell you to drop that left hand or to raise it up above the right. I don't have a strong feeling either way on either one of those. I think there's times where all of them would be good. But I think footwork and head movement is going to be the determining factor on how many punches you take. Not so much if your left hand is going to be a couple inches higher or lower from the normal stance. One final thing is once you're in your stance, have your hands relaxed. Don't clench and make a fist. It's common for beginners to want to get really tense, get really tight, and it's understandable if you're fighting somebody or sparring and you know they're trying to hit you and you want to hit them. It can be a very intense situation, but you're making the odds in your favor by relaxing. You'll move smoother, you'll be able to hide your punches and absorb theirs better. Furthermore, you're going to be more efficient. You're not going to burn as much energy. When you get tight, you slow down your movements. You have to work a lot harder. You're fighting yourself and your opponent at the same time. If you stay nice and relaxed, you can just bounce those punches out there. When you get there, you're tight, but then you bring it back. Only flex for a moment. We'll get into all that later.